lightning. You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that blew and fall with me over and over again. Well, I'm barely breathing and breathing to that ground. But each and every time we all stand up.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elderman and Sea Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right.
What was Kelzelik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danins and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion!
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
This will be a delicious piece of cake! Here I go! I'm only
Come
getting
on!
started!
Double demon fang!
Hey, Rusty! You gotta aim for cover, okay?
This one keeps charging us! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Not a chance! Severing Wind! Hurricane! This one's all mine! It's over! Kick it! Eagle Dive! Do it! Here I go! Toss! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! over!
More
Take
power!
it! You're mine!
Here's
It's over!
Here goes! Freeze Blazer!
Here I come!
Rage
You're finished!
intensity!
Win!
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
The heavens must be smiling.
Go no further!
Take this! Burn in hell! Take this!
Hurricane!
It's over!
Eagle
Fly!
Fly! Raging
I'll take you all on!
We are freaking invincible!
Alvin and the others truly are strong. What about
Charge
me?
like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Severing wing!
Do it! Jolene! Hey! Blow them away!
Take it. How's this? Hurricane! Hear me! Flame of fury!
Severing wing!
Raging Thank goodness we won.
There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this. Hup. There we go. Ugh. 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 You've got to know when to quit.
And I was gonna switch controls. The most intense ass fishing I've ever seen in my life. Jesus.
I've got something. Ugh. 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 Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
That went pretty well.
Yep.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what he...
Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Where the hell you find an inferno thing?
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
No, let's talk
Originally.
to
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving?
Annihilation! Here I come! Here! Win! Take this! Gale Force! You're finished! Dance in the wind! Storm! In the shadows! Here I come! It's over! Annihilation! You're mine! Far enough! Lightning Orb! Alright, it's showtime!
I'm practically unstoppable.
Hoo hoo. Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Look, Hoodle. This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Sonic Thrust! Sonic Thrust!
More for the stockpile.
It's over!
Cypress! It's over.
Take it!
Feel.
Shivering Wind!
Radiant Airway.
The heavens must be smiling.
How is Renwell not leveled up?
No backing down! Ignite! I'm on it! Mega Ray! Rip it hair!
Dance in the wind. In here.
Double Demon Fang! Lunar Rondo! I'm just getting started! Here I come!
Banana, let's go.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it. Nothing gets by me.
Here I go.
Mirage!
Shining
You're
Fist.
mine!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Judging by the stench, I'd say...
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help. Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
This one's tough!
They got me first! This one's mine! Not on my watch! Storm!
Armor won't save you!
My specialty! Breaking storm!
Take this!
Do it! Chillin! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Dance in the wind!
My turn!
Take it! Here!
It's over! I'm on!
Do it!
Dohalim! Blow them away!
Watch them!
Now! You're mine! Right!
Stop
This one!
Demons descend!
Flashing bang!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
All right. There's nowhere to run from my heart. If he slows down, that's our chance. You're mine!
Keep up with the wall!
The earth throbs in
In a bind?
Whirlwind attack! Freeze Blaster! Light Astral
You require
Can't
get out of bed!
Whirlwind attack!
Damn it! Too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up.
In here!
In a bind?
Get out of there, idiot!
You're finished!
Sleep now.
Take
Watch
this!
this!
Seven on Aqua!
Here I come!
In a bind?
Up and out!
You're mine!
Take this!
Can't get out of this!
Blow away!
Fist roll! Searing flame! Reload!
Here I come! It's over!
Light Astral Energy!
You're on!
Seven on Aqua!
I'll try harder! My turn! It's time! No further!
Should have messed with me!
Wind Astral Energy! Raging
Double demon
Tempest!
bang! First strike!
In here!
Do it!
Double
demon bang! Take this!
Get on! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Right, next
My
one!
turn!
Already on!
You're mine! Lunarongo!
Lightning Condensed!
You're on!
In a bind? What?
Do it! It's over! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all.
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's down in history...
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
Visibility along this... path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wish to...
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Bad feeling about this.
Severing wind! I'm on it!
Freeze Lancer!
Here I come! It's over!
It's a Julia!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! You're finished!
Healing circle! I'm surrounded! Sleep now! Into the shadow!
Okay,
Marvelous
here I go.
Leave the snow to me.
This one's mine!
Demons descend! Flashing bang! Easy!
Way to go!
I'll smash you!
Chinese supernova!
Start up! First strike!
One at a time! Raging cascade! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
By the first
How did you hear it now?
Glimmer Flame!
Sonic thrust! Pierce
Now!
through!
Now! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Haha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
This won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist.
Not today!
I'm also good with airborne targets. Dance in the wind!
Pesky
I'm like,
airborne
do it!
scoundrel.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Thanks, my lady.
Something you wanted to say?
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Dance in the wind! Here's the evil!
Whirling Escape!
Now!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
I'm even stronger than before.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're... You got company! Primed and ready! Where are you going? Anything in armor is all mine! There! Go! It's over! Here! Stop! That frickin' does it! Lightning condemned!
Double Demon Fang!
Fine, freak!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off.
Burn in hell! First strike!
No further.
Hey, that... Hey, that...
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
No
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Mirage!
Severing Blade!
Now! Here's evil!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance
Not
in the
a
wind!
chance! Luna Rondo!
Air thrust!
I need to be stronger.
Lightning orb! Radiant dance in the wind!
I'm not done!
Air thrust!
Severing Blade! Stardust!
Now!
Redwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
With my comrades, I'm unstoppable.
And what about without them?
More stoppable?
No backing down! Your love is all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come! Double Demon Fang!
Where are you going? Lightning condemned!
I'll smash you!
Thunderblade!
Prepare to be
Let me
seized.
help! First aid! Now!
Sounds more.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off.
It's over! Take this!
Do it!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Glacial spear! Here's the evil! Dance in the wind!
This time!
I'll finish
In
you
here!
here and now!
Rip and tear!
Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Sonic Thrust!
Alright!
Double Demon Fang! First strike! I'm not done!
Wither dragon!
Here I come! Sonic Thrust!
Into the shadows!
Stardust!
Talon Hurricane! Do it!
Redwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Will this help?
My turn! Take this! I'm on it! Stardust!
Now! Healing circle!
Talon Hurricane!
I owe you... why'd you heal me? I can feel my power growing.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
No holding back!
Double Demon Fang!
Piece of cake!
Yes, it's world!
Sonic Thrust! You're mine! You're finished! Rip and tear! Strike!
In here! Searing flame!
Double Demon Fang! I'll run you through! It's time! Talon Storm!
Wind astral
Here I come!
energy!
It's
Now!
Redwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing fig!
Easy! Way to go! The sky is mine!
It's over!
Here goes!
Start up!
Freeze laser! Dance in the wind! Where are you going?
Eat this! What's this? Here I
Do
go!
it! Like Astro? This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
With this, I can become even stronger. More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
But maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top.
No holding back!
Take this!
This'll be a piece of cake!
You picked the wrong fight! First strike!
Into the shadow! Far enough! Will this help?
Double demon fang!
Astral Arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! I'll cut you all off! It's over! Double demon fang!
We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Raw's on.
Sonic Thrust! Pierce through! Double demon fang! This one's all mine!
Eat this!
So those are Danon after all. Something you want to say? Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
You're mine!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Step back! This one's all law!
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating...
You hear that, Law?
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
Well,
No, not Gisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
me?
Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? Burn! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
No further!
Move it!
Get ready to go! Power storm!
Take this!
Last one! Blazing cascade!
No escape! Who the hell are you?
Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord? I'm out of ammo!
Here.
Thunder field! Dance in the wind! Annihilation!
You stay away from now!
Got it!
While it's reeling! I'm not
Now's our
done!
chance!
Sonic Thrust!
Do they not teach you to say thank you, Indana? Not to a Renin
I owe
we
you
don't.
one. Double Demon Fang!
Bring you back from death
you
to
all
best away! The picture is on! Our healing
Double
wall!
Demon Fang!
Nothing gets by me! Healing circle!
No further!
Here I go!
Die.
You're denied! Let them mark!
it!
Chinese supernova! Dance in the wind! This one's mine! Air throw! Cover the caster!
Double Demon Fang!
Bring you back from death to base!
Double Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind! Here's a healing arc!
Demon
Here!
Fang!
First aid!
Okay,
Let's
here
get
I go.
lost away!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time. Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
That was pretty fucking cool.
Closing back!
Sonic thrust!
This'll be a piece of cake!
It's time! Eat dirt! I'm on! You're mine!
Here I
come! Here I come! It's over!
Flying free! What if they just
Damn it!
still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Here I go! Now! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Already?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
My turn!
Radiant,
I'm on no escape!
Take this!
do it!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more. That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had. Out of our way!
You're mine!
I'm like bait to them!
Storm! Double demon
Lightning
fang!
orb!
Severing
Dance
wind!
in the wind! Feel it!
It's over!
He got flyers.
I've got this! These enemies aren't to me!
All yours.
Plates here!
Freeze laser! This one's mine!
You're finished!
Here's a healing art!
All finishes here!
Now I can let loose.
You're finished!
Lightning! Do it!
You're mine!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Already on!
Do it!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Now!
Here we go!
You're finished!
Do it! Mega ray!
You're on!
Dance in the wind! In here!
You're mine!
In the groove!
Lord of the Stockpile!
Go away!
Blah, blah, blah! Radiant peace now! Handy!
Double demon fang!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
Right, here goes!
I'll tear you apart! Here goes! Searing flame!
You're mine! First strike! Talon storm! Take this!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours
Take it!
truly!
You're finished!
Do it!
Soda!
Demons descend! Flashing fang! Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
What's that big tower over there?
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Aw, who's a good boy? Wait, why am I petting you?
All done. Come and eat.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Not this way, I guess. Not this way, I guess.
That one. Can't go that way yet.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just... Guess I misread the landing.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings, it said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Dark Wings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danan leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the...
Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit, this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Hey, what the fuck is she bitching about? My god.
Not this way, I guess.
So you're elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If
Shut
so,
your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back. This is Danon's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadime, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadime! Liberator Deadime! You are the true leader of this realm. We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes.
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up. Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renin pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadime said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renins.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadime.
This isn't Deadime's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renins as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renins. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there. You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase it.
What?
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
Not this way, I guess.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Well, I see.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
Right.
Hey!
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen,
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little, if you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In... whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Poodle, don't get blown away, okay?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Here I come! Come one, come all!
Dance in the wind!
You're mine!
Lancer!
You're finished!
Swimmer Flash!
Start
Get
up!
on in there with the others! Hear me!
Take this! You're finished! You got fire!
I've got this! Let him march to the hammer!
All yours! Turtle Demon Fang!
Lightning Orb! Know where that came from!
You're finished!
Dance in the wind! Reload!
You're mine! You're finished!
Now! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Not a chance!
Dance in the wind!
I'm on it! Start up!
This one's mine! I guess you have your uses now and again.
Lies up!
Get toasty!
Bird strike! Those bombs of yours are amazing!
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying?
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
It's over!
These
You're out! Crumble! Double Demon Fang!
ones can run rings around us.
This one's all mine!
Easy and smelling to me. Yeah, and bubbling to me. In a bind,
Take this! You're finished! Win! You're out! You picked the wrong fight! Win!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me. Glacial Spear.
Through!
Here's evil.
You're mine!
Hey, Lancer in the wind. Sleep now.
I'm on it! You escape! Double Demon Fang!
Eagle's Eye!
Here I
Now.
go!
Shark, Shion!
This one's got your name on it.
Action to action!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Tear you apart!
Hey,
No, when did I get so popular?
Far enough!
This one's all mine!
Where are you going? Confiscated.
I can carve through armor!
Hefty airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Light a stop! Water! Pierce through! Sonic thrust! It's over! I'm not done! We are freaking invincible!
Alvin and the others truly are strong.
Follow me! So even my dad can stop. Double demon fang!
Glacial
You're
spear.
mine!
Pierce
It's
evil.
over!
Air thrust.
Sonic thrust! Pierce through!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday. Let's dispose of the trash.
Demon fang! Throw away!
Lightning orb. Primed and ready. Dance
No
in the
further!
I can handle it.
Eat this! Ignite!
Let's get you off of the way. I never miss.
Take this! You're finished!
You got company. Intercept astral energy.
Say no more!
Got it!
Well done.
Anything in armor is all mine! Too fast! Eagle
Do it. Lightning orb. Frozen.
Hammer!
Lightning control.
Not
Orb
dead.
field. Thunderblade. Now for
Here I come! It's over! Eat this! Now you see what I do! It!
air thrust.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! I can feel my power growing! Hey, isn't that what we've been trying to find?
Let's dispose of the trash.
Double demon fang! They got me flanked! Ignite! I'm on it!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
I'm free! What if they just sit still? Do it! Can you take care of them?
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes!
I'll heal you.
No chance! Eat this! No escape! Soda!
Glacial
Here
spear.
I come.
Pierce evil.
You're finished! Double demon fang!
Freeze lancer. Air
Pass through! Win!
Here's a healing
No
art.
chance! Eat this! No escape!
First aid.
Now I can let loose. This one's all mine!
Do it.
No! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
With this, I can become even stronger.
We should be able to cook here.
feel all bent out of shape.
This is great. The taste and aroma will blow everyone away.
Hey, what's the smoke? Is it an enemy attack?
Seriously, it's making my eyes and throat burn. What the hell is going on?
It's probably some sort of gas. Try not to breathe it in as much as you can manage.
Gas? Those cowards!
Isn't this just cooking smoke?
What kind of food makes your throat burn so bad just from the smoke?
I believe Alphen is.
They're trying to gas Alphen?
What? Those sick bastards! I won't let them get away with this!
Calm yourselves and listen. I was simply trying to say that Alphen is the one cooking.
Oh?
Maybe I should throw in some more spices, just for that extra kick. Yeah, that'll help. Think I'll turn up the heat while I'm at it, too. Oh, crap. The spices burned. Well, at least the...
Hey, Alphen? What are you doing over there?
Oh, Shion. Perfect timing. I actually just finished roasting up a chicken. Call everybody over so we can eat together. I used a ton of spices, so it's got a good punch to it. Might have overcooked it a little, but it should still taste good.
I'm starting to understand why your food always tastes so damn spicy now.
Hasn't anyone told him that it is actually possible to have too much of a good thing?
If that's the taste he truly wants, far be it from me to contradict. His cuisine is a rather delicate repast.
Ah, fuck.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hootle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hootle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hootle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. I want to go back to bed. Hey, I think that might be what we're looking for.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her den and bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right?
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and...
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired? I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renin Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him, too. but he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadime, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men.
Phew, what a rush. There. Guess I misread the landing.
Hi, Hoodle! Primed and ready!
Double Demon Fang! Sonic Thrust! Ignite! I'll take you all on!
If it curls up, time to get out of the way.
Shivering Wind! Mirage! Double Demon!
It's almost too strong. Split it open!
Be my guest!
Armor won't save you!
Ready to go! I'm all stuffed up!
It's over!
Can't get out of this!
Raging Annihilation! Do it! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
It's on!
Already on it!
Shivering Wind! You're mine! You're finished! This
Now.
one keeps charging us!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Now!
My
Searing
turn!
Flame!
Burn it out!
I'll end you!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Little help! They're surrounding us! Radiant Spear!
You're finished! Double
Anything
Demon
in
Fang!
order is all mine! Here, let me have Photon
Take
Flow!
this!
Away! Laser Spear!
got
Here's
fire.
Eagle. I've got this! Let him march me!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
We got the advantage!
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't
Do
worry,
it!
come log off!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Soda!
Go! I'm only getting do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more.
The enemy wields our strike!
We'll soon see about that! Do it!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Danon castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old, and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie, but damn, Rinwell, you really know your stuff.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is...
So the main structure must have been lost during the time of the invasion, with only the underground part remaining. And then this lord decided to use it for her own purposes. Have I got that right?
But what reason could she have for using this place instead of staying back in her own castle?
That's what we're here to find out.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and find her before it's too late.
choice. Double demon fang.
I can handle it! Here, let me help! Raging Burning!
Severing wing.
Hide as thick as armor!
Here I come.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that.
Stop me.
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Here I come. Win. Talon win. Rip and tear. Double demon fang. Damn it. Too fast.
Stand back. I'll trigger that.
Like this.
Shield! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action.
Here's a healing arc!
Not a chair. I'm not done.
Take this.
Here I come.
I'm
on it.
Talon Hurricane! Now!
Eagle
Johnny!
All yours, Kisara.
Easy peasy. Ha hoodle.
What's this thing?
Little help! This one's mine! Not on my watch!
I can carve through. They got me flanked. Burn.
Radiant love here! Now!
Double demon totally. In an instant. Impact claw. Not a chance.
By the power of
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
sounds like a job for yours truly!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
All back in here to defend.
Glad you have your uses.
Not done.
I'll show you how you feel like it feels! Nice while it lasted.
Sonic thrust. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Will this
Not
help?
a chance. No escape. Double demon fang.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Take this.
Can't get out of this.
I'll bring you back from lightning rage!
Not done yet.
Where are you going?
You're mine.
Now!
Blow them away.
Here's a healing arc!
No. Take this.
Eat this! It's showtime! Ready to go!
Thrust. Double demon fang. Sonic thrust. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Lock! Get toasty!
Burn strike.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. This place is full of weird machinery, old and new. Just what the hell was she doing here?
By all appearances, the sort of unsavory research she wouldn't want to see divulged.
Even to other Renins? That's a scary thought. This place goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used, even if the above-ground portion got destroyed.
Perhaps that's why it's still here, and why it was made into her hideout. It would certainly stand to reason. It would appear we can descend down where the railing has fallen apart.
What? Are you serious?
By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renin castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Danon ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renans attacked us. Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already. This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You suffered at the hands of guys like him too.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm. It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Lightning orb! Stand to the wind!
Take this! Burn in hell!
I'll be saving you! Don't mind if I do!
Feel like me.
Hey, let's...
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Here I go. Too fast. Stand back. I'll turn it up.
Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be.
Charge. Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Not a kill! Lewis, get!
Why is this on for size? That's freaking does it!
Win! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Now!
Then the sky is mine! Here's a healing
Demon Fang!
Feel!
Severing Wind!
Let's get you off the way! Seven-Eye Aqua!
Eat this!
Here's the
Take this! Double Demon Fang! Sonic Thrust! This one's all mine!
Raging Storm! Glacial Spear!
Come out!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
I'm not done!
Glacial Spear!
Sonic Thrust! We managed to pull through. I need something to eat.
Out of our way!
Double Demon Fang! Eat dirt! I'm on it!
Alright, I can carve through walls!
Will this help?
Here I come! I'm on it! It's over!
You're done!
Healing
Here I come! You're finished!
Eagle Fly!
Here I come! It's over!
Glacial Spear!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
No
Got it.
armor!
I'll leave it to you!
Remind me to stand.
Take this! Double Demon Fang!
Do it!
Pierce through! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
No, you can't! I'm not done! Lunar Rondo!
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
To action!
With this, I can become even stronger. I won't forgive you! Don't mind if I do!
Burn!
I'll smash you!
Annihilation!
Can't get out of this!
I'm not done!
Don't do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You're on!
Prepare to be seized. Actually, battle found is more appropriate.
Let's talk in military!
The enemy wields art too.
Do it! You'll soon see about that! This one's got your name on it!
To action!
Will this help? Light astral energy!
sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Hey! Ha! Blow them away! They got me flanked!
Lightning medallion! Here! Thunder!
Eat this! I'm just getting started!
Now!
Sliver Dragon! Reload! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
I can feel my power growing!
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! My turn! This one's all mine!
Radiant Beam!
Here I come! It's over! Start up!
You see what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Radiant Light! Do it! Open blow! Frozen!
Hammer!
Wow! Look what I just found.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I'm only getting started!
You're done!
Get on in there with
Blow
the
away! Here I go!
Shining Supernova!
Shouldn't have messed with me!
You got flyers!
I've got this! Leave the enemy's earth to me!
Eat dirt! All yours!
Flames here!
Do it!
Hey! Ha! Blow them away!
I'll heal you
My
all!
turn! Strike!
Healing Circle!
Severing
Do
Wing!
it! Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara!
Into the
Here I come!
Captain
Orchard!
I'll tear you apart! Do it! Here!
You're mine!
Heal you all!
Triple Demon Blast!
We're in the home stretch, guys! What you said?
More of a shot for
Now,
now!
that's focus! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! My this time! Here I come!
Now!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
I'm reaching my limit, you guys.
Damn. Guess we better be extra careful.
Not today! I can carve through armor!
In here!
Glacial spear!
Here, I'm going for this one! Blaze laser!
Come one, come all!
Here's a healing arc!
Pierce through! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arc!
Take! Blow them away!
Here, let me
My
help.
turn! Talon Storm! Sonic Throw!
What's up?
That's what I get for shooting too high.
Here we go again! These fists have got your name on them! Take this! Double Demon Fang!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you with my...
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it! Here I come! 1, 2, 3, double win!
Now!
Hey! Blow them away! My turn! Step back! This one's all law! Gone! You're mine! I'm on it! You're prepared to be seen! Can't get out of this! Talon Hurricane! Denied! Eat this! You're finished!
I never miss! Do it!
Ridley!
Frozen!
Hammer! Now! Here I come!
I will!
Do it!
Lightning on
Moving! In an instant! Impact Claw!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
What's this thing? Guess I misread the landing. Guess I misread the landing. There's nobody here. It's been nothing but Zeugles. No lords, no Renin forces.
They have to be holed up somewhere, right?
From the look of things, I don't think anybody's been here for a while. If anyone was here, they're long gone now.
That can't be.
Look out!
We'll figure this out later. Right now, this thing needs dealing with.
I don't understand. Did Bayfall lie?
He didn't seem the type to lead us on a wild goose chase.
Hey! Save your questions until after we manage to finish this thing!
Ignite!
Take this! You're finished! Double demon blade!
Sleep now.
Well, I'm impressed.
Get on your
Take this!
Over. I'll get you back from
Prepare to be sealed!
resuscitation. Photon blast.
Not done yet!
Lightning defense.
No further!
I'm all stuck
Here I
up.
come!
Mega ray.
Double demon blade!
There you go. Don't let up.
It's over!
Here's evil. Lightning condense. Thunder.
Double demon fang!
Raging
Sonic
storm.
thrust.
Here, let me help. Hey, that.
Severing wind! Here I
Raging
come!
regard.
Soda!
Razor cycle.
Where are you going?
Got it. Now's our chance.
I'll tear you apart!
Here goes.
Prepare to be
Here I
sealed
go.
on
More
the
than
way
a
of foot.
stockpile.
More appropriate.
Let's talk and more doing.
Do you require a hand?
Did you just hear me? Yes. I need you, remember?
Raging storm.
I've let you all down.
You'll pay for that!
Lightning.
Double demon fang!
I'll bring you back from
Razor
cyclone. Not on my watch.
Mirage!
Resuscitation. Steel force.
Not done yet! Denied!
Mega
Here I
ray.
come!
Talent hurricane!
Steel force.
Burn!
Here, let me help.
Here I come! Strike! Severing wind!
Do it!
Double me! In an instant! Impact block!
Will this help?
I'm not done!
Hey, that.
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Take this!
Annihilation!
Will this help?
I'm not feeling so great.
Can't get out of this!
Is this it?
In here!
Where are you going?
Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
I'll bring you back from death to
Lightning
this.
control! Thunderblade! I can do this all day!
Eat this! Nothing gets off!
Enemies incoming!
Then we'll take them down!
Double demon fang!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I think.
Nope, that'd be silly.
Come on! Here's the smithereens!
It's on! Burn in hell!
Lightning defense!
Take this!
Freaking does it!
Severing wind! Mirage! It's over! Here I come! You're finished!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Take this!
You require a hand.
And more light will all burn out!
Thank you. They're not playing around. Here goes. Take it down.
No further!
Try harder! My turn!
It's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone! Severing wind!
You all have to wait. Over.
There's not enough time to heal everyone.
So what do we do? Play dead?
Shut up and be more defensive.
It's over!
I'll bring you
Double
back from
demon
death to
fang!
this.
We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Burning strike. We got
Eat
this. Here's evil.
Here I come!
Freeze Lancer.
Armor won't save
You
you!
know, Law, one thing that really makes me realize
Makes you realize what?
Maybe thinking too much gets in the way sometimes.
Exactly! Don't think, just keep swinging.
Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that.
I'm still as humble as ever. Don't mind if I do.
Far enough! Can't move!
I'm out of ammo.
Double demon
I'm
fang!
almost up. Mega ray. Gemini Breaking Storm. Mega ray.
Double demon fang!
Lightning condemns.
Double demon fang!
Glacial Spear. Pierce Evil.
Stay away from my friend!
Freeze Lancer.
Double demon fang!
Radiant Pierce. Let them
Double
force
demon
me
fang!
handle it. I never miss.
Take this!
Can't be done.
Can't move!
Into the wind. Into the shadows. Sleep now.
No further!
I'll be safe.
This should do it!
Annihilation.
Take
Radiant
this!
Storm.
I'm on covering wind!
One at a time.
Nothing gets
It looks like
by.
you've got this one
Through
covered.
one, far enough!
Hit, go. The enemy is doing.
This should do it!
Pierce.
Double demon fang!
That move.
Double demon fang! Here comes the big one!
Only I'd been more careful. Can't move!
Oh my god.
By the power of water. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Can't be happening.
Double demon fang!
Here goes. Thunder field. Dance in the wind.
Double demon fang!
Photon blast.
Double demon fang!
It's finished!
Let's do it.
Take this!
Leave the target to me!
Double demon fang! I'm on it! It's on! Pierce through!
Far enough!
Burn in hell!
Lightning radiant.
Double demon fang!
Field.
Pierce through! First strike!
I'll be
Sonic
saving
thrust!
this one. Here
I'm
goes.
such a failure.
It's over!
Light arrow.
No! Can't end here!
Lightning condemned. Thunder blade. Now.
Reload! Light burst forth!
Radiant citizen.
So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Niaz.
Shion, calm down. This isn't like you. What's wrong? Talk to me.
It's none of your concern.
Even after everything we've been through together?
The two of us are only helping each other because our interests overlap, remember?
Are you serious? You helped me come to terms with Zephyr's death. You put your life on the line to save me. Don't tell me you did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
That's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone? You don't know the first thing about me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shion. That's why I want to help.
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died. I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
Get rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shion, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Danan Liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Nias.
So if there's only 5 Master Cores, and it takes the 5 to make one, she has one. I wonder if she is the Lord that we're looking for.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shion?
Sounds like someone wants me to grab their arm.
I'm joking! Damn, you're scary sometimes.
I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that. Where could that Lord actually be?
Beats me.
Maybe she's
That
not
said,
the
there's
Lord.
no
Maybe
point
she's one
wandering
of
around
them, though.
aimlessly trying to look for her. We should head back to Nias for now.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for there to be castles here on Dana. People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But not simply that. They're also used to project a ruler's power.
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Danans were still being ruled over. It was just by other Danans.
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control others? What are we supposed to do about that?
If it really is in our nature, then no. All that means is we have all the more reason to fight it. That's all there is to it.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
This is...
The winds outside the capital are blowing as...
You can...
Indeed.
Earth.
Is that because...
That is certain.
Funny.
True, though.
In the end...
We have...
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
There are still so many creatures we...
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place.
Fuck, I didn't know
That
that.
instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances, and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master Core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose to win well.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black.
Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time, of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay.
Interesting.
Before we go, do you guys have everything?
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
I think Hootle senses something.
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For crown contest participants, places...
Right, here goes! Take this!
Dance in the way!
Double demon fang! You're mine! You're finished! Double demon fang! Severing wing! You're on!
You require
Armor won't save
You're
you!
finished!
Watch and weep.
You're mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling
Double
to me!
demon fang!
Tectonic punch!
Nothing gets by me.
Tectonic punch!
It's over!
Talon Gore!
Seal! Get on in
Take
there with
this!
the others!
Double demon fang!
This could be useful.
must be one of his owls around here. Hey, Jack. Oh, there he is. He's over there. He got angel wings. Yeah, I must have.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Demon Fang! Not today!
Come and get it.
Take this!
I never miss.
Demon Fang!
Here's a healing art.
Flying freaks!
What did they just
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here.
Now! I'll tear you apart!
Do it. Get toasty.
Burn strike!
Right. Next
Now!
one.
You're mine!
Already up!
Now.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
If I keep going that way, it's main mission. Let's go back up here for a minute. Let's see what's down here. An ice cream recipe. All I find is wheat and meat. Ooh, well, we got the milk. Okay, yeah, that'll be fine then.
No backing down!
Severing wind!
Now we're not...
Dance in the wind. Flame of fury.
Shattering of
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
You're mine!
Freeze Lancer. One more time.
SG Airborne Scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Dance in the wind. Flame of
You're
fury.
winning!
Crash you!
Burning. Glacial spear. Do it.
Blow them away!
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
I'm not done!
Cross blade. Freeze Lancer. Now.
Swallow dance!
There's more where that came from.
Guess I misread the landing. I need something to eat.
A fish! You saw it too, right? Hup. There we go.
God.
You've got to know when
Oh.
to quit.
What the fuck?
There we go. got a good size to her, all told.
That fish put up a
An
fight.
emerald salmon.
Good catch.
An opponent like this should be easy. Ignite!
This one's mine.
That frickin'
No
does
further!
Raging storm.
Talon Hurricane! Rip it
It's over!
Healing
You're
storm.
Demon Fang! Ultimate Demon Defense!
Glad you have their uses.
A charge like
I'll
that
show
could
you how
easily be
useful I
fatal.
can be!
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
You're mine! You're finished!
Stardust. Do it.
You're mine!
Do it.
Demon Fang! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Glacial
My
Spear.
turn!
Pierce Evil.
I'm not done! I'll win!
Free blade.
Here I come! You're finished! Stardust! Burn in hell!
Oh! Now I'm real mad! Now you see what I can do!
Here I come! Stardust!
Let's tear
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Now! Take this! You're finished!
Top field.
Stardust!
I'm all set to the wind.
Here I come! It's over! Take this!
By the power
It's over!
ready to go.
Win! Take this! It's over!
Swallow Dance!
Strike!
Do it.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life! Like we're gonna lose to Small Fry. I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
The vermilion vegetation certainly gives this realm a distinct, if somber, ambiance.
Make sure to get some good rest. All right, guys. Ready to go?
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Okay, off we go.
About damn time.
Took long enough.
But that's...
Right. I can't wait.
Head on over to the plaza.
What's going on? It seems busier here than before.
Hey, look! Isn't that Bayfon over there?
Ah, there you are. It seems I owe you all an apology. I'm guessing you didn't find the Lord back in the forest, did you?
No, but something tells me you already knew that.
That I did. Turns out I bit down on some bad intel when I should have known better. Apparently, Deadeye's not as trusting of me as I thought.
But why would he feed you bad intel?
My guess? He wanted me to lead you all astray. Make sure you weren't sniffing around where he didn't want you to be. While you were off in the forest, I got word that one of our squads captured the Lord. The place wasn't even close to where you were searching.
I see. Well, the important thing is that you finally caught her. Did you suffer many casualties?
You're not going to believe this, but she didn't even put up a fight. She had no escort either.
Well, what about her Master Core? Was it recovered?
Sorry. They only briefed me on the basics. For now, Deadeye's getting ready to make his victory speech out in the plaza. In the meantime, I've been ordered to set up a defense perimeter around the outside of the city, so I'll be out of town for a while. I imagine Deadeye will announce what he intends to do with the Lord during his speech. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Anyway, until next time.
A Renan Lord surrendering without a fight? Something doesn't add up here.
I'm afraid I can't say I know much of her lordship personally.
There's a lot about this that doesn't make sense. The Master Core is a concern too. Let's stick around like Bayfon suggested and see what happens. We don't leave until we get to the bottom of this. I'm worried about just what Deadeye has in store
It's
for
going good
Amatria.
so far.
For now, let's wait at the end
actually,
until he
just
gives his
about to
victory
get out.
speech.
Got a few things to do this morning. But I appreciate you stopping by while you did. Hope you have an amazing day as well. And, maybe later I can catch you on if you're on. But sorry, I was literally just about to hop off. I got to go to town and get some work done. I got a couple jobs I got to get done. But, we'll catch you next time, Ashley. Appreciate you stopping in.